Got Laura and Kathleen here, my mighty joining partner for chapter 20 in Jesus, a New Covenant. You're welcome if you watch this video at some point later on the internet. And today, yeah, we are first, before I go on, let's just meet for a moment of light. Connect with Jesus, whatever that presents for you. And we ask that communication from the light, what comes through us today, that and only that, and show us any blocks and increase our desire to hear Jesus's guidance. Hi, Renee. Welcome. I'm not sure at what point you tuned in.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we're here till
just now.
Okay, great. So I just shared that we're here to look at chapter 20, the desires in Jesus and Covenant. And our goal for today is to see the block that we want to look at today, or the desire, and to hear Jesus's guidance and to increase our willingness to do that. So does anyone have a desire you've been working with chapter 20 that you'd like to share your experience?
I'll just share that I've completed chapter 20 with my partner, and it's been a while. It's been several months since I've joined with them on chapter 20, and then when I was in the 90-day program, we were reviewing chapter 20 as well, so I haven't looked at the desires from chapter 20 in a little while. So the desire that I was hearing, it doesn't really come from chapter 20 exactly, but it's the desire to feel out of place. And then maybe there's a desire that you all have been working on in the last couple of weeks that might
Do you have one specifically from chapter 20?
Yeah.
So today, the whole group of us was looking at the desire for bondage. So let's tune in with those two desires and see which one feels like it's the one to look at today. So the desire to feel out of place and the desire for bondage. Jesus, which one would you have us look at today? Hearing the desire to feel out of place, although either one could.
So I have two actually, so
Yeah.
unanimous.
Me too.
So just for anyone who might watch this video at another time, when we look at these desires, we look at them from the perspective at the beginning of the fact that subconsciously we're actually relishing, we're wanting this desire to feel out of place in this case. But our conscious mind may object, and may object vehemently to believing that. I would never want to feel out of place, so that's sort of a normal response from our conscious mind. But when we see that we're actually having the experience of feeling out of place or feeling awkward, like we don't belong, or however it presents, that we could only have that experience if there was some desire within our mind, our being, that wants to know what that feels like. So with that in mind, let's go into the relishing, or looking at the wanting, and see what Jesus has to share with us about wanting, this desire.
Yeah, it feels like behind or underneath this is like the seek but do not find. So it feels like just like a getting energy. I want to get something. From the world, it feels like I want to get something from the world.
It seems like a play between the getting something from the world and also the pushing the world away and keeping one's own kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's perfect, because I was hearing like it's also this play to not accept all that's given. It's like all is given in a light, and so there's that contrast between wanting to get something in the world, pushing it away, to deny that it's already given.
Yeah, it's hearing that just as you said it.
I'm relishing the idea of paralysis with this particular desire. I'm feeling out of place, and therefore I'm paralyzed. And man, do I love it.
Now let's look at the loving, just loving that, even though we might resist that as well. There's so much power the ego thinks it's getting from this play. So what value is in this desire? Desire to feel out of place.
I hear right away safety. Like seeking safety through feeling out of place. Like trying to get safety through, well, getting. So it's just pure, it just feels like pure getting. It's like I just want to get myself safe and keep it going and keep that feeling.
And I was sensing a desire for the experience of fight, flight, or freeze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that there's no judgment with this, and it's not personal. Just like a craving for that energy. I can stay stuck for as long as I want. It's a great hideout. What am I afraid of? But even with that, let's stay with the relishing if that resonates, just how much that's wanted. Not fear the arising energy and just place our attention with Jesus. What does the personal identity want from this?
Hearing a strange value in this one, the sense of never feeling, never having the feeling of I'm at home here. And it's almost another desire, but it's also, it falls into the place of not, it falls into the same category, I think, of not feeling comfortable. And I desperately want to feel at home in this situation, in this area, and wherever I am. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel at home, and therefore I feel out of place. Just a lot of different feelings that come up from that. And that was the sense of, do we ever feel at home? Is there that sense of just resting into where we are? And it just leads to that sense of, do we feel at home in God? So sort of a lot of random thoughts here, but all that sense of feeling out of place.
Yes. Jesus, will you take us deep into the actual wanting of this experience? Deep in the subconscious mind. Help us relax into it. And fight. So we open our mind to you, not the experience. In my experience, the relishing actually takes down the firewall of the ego.
Yeah, I also hear for value freedom.
And I hear my way. My way or the highway. And if our mind starts to wander, we can ask Jesus to help us stay focused and releasing the desired experience. To show us anything else that would be helpful to see.
Yeah, I was hearing like the fork in the road and how I love being at the fork in the road. uh,
Jesus, are we ready for a miracle? To see this differently? A pre-miracle.
it's good though. It feels like release of energy, like trapped or just like dead energy that I just have poem, just I love it. Keep it from the light.
I'm hearing a thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Yeah. Yeah, time and time again, I see usually there's a no right away to looking. And like you're saying in the beginning, there may be a no, but we look anyway. And we just trust that he's going to show us exactly what we need to see and say exactly what we need to hear. And it just comes through so in the joining. So it does feel like release.
I'm hearing you not to be afraid of what arises. This is exactly what we want to happen. And stay with him.
Yeah.
Not to go toward the energy, but also not fight it.
Sure.
Just hold his hand. Look into his eyes. Sit with him and pick me through it.
Oh.
Give it to him.
As I was looking at the feeling, the relishing of the desire, I just had an interesting image pop up, and the image is of little Bo Peep who has lost her sheep. And it's that sense of the relishing of I'm alone and desperate, and I'm loving it. I really love it. Feeling out of place, but I'm loving it. In this little Bo Peep way. Who's going to help me? Oh.
Like, who's going to swoop me out of this despair?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one desire that I've been looking at with Jesus, is the desire to be rescued.
Yeah.
So
Who's on rescue detail?
And there's an experience here of a lot in the solar plexus, so the gut clench, the personal identity indicator. But there's fear there. I am afraid. I'm not safe. I'm craving on some weird, bizarre level. Keeps the elevator stuck between.
Were you hearing? Were you hearing safety as well?
Mm-hmm. It just came.
Yeah.
It's very innocent. Mm-hmm.
I see an elevator, it's like dropping really fast. We love that. It's exciting, it's entertaining, there's something about it. And then we keep that out of awareness so that, we can hang on to that fear that we like, we bury. It's like we bury it. And then, so with this, we're just letting it come up so that it can
You're cutting out a little bit, but we're getting the gist of it.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's sort of like an extended roller coaster drop, but it doesn't end. Like in a roller coaster, it ends when you hit the.
Yeah.
Just suspended in the tummy drop.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like out of place and feeling like suspended, like you're not held in a way, like you're just out in nothing and there's nothing. You're not safe, So yeah. Can see how I like that feeling. The amusement park.
The sensory experience
of consciousness.
And we're so sure it's good information, Good information. I need to avoid this.
Yeah.
Good in quotes. And looking to the light, feeling a sense of like, stay with me, stay in that moment of light, look with me.
Mm-hmm. What comes to mind is Willy Wonka, that elevator where they just totally transcend the whole thing. I don't know if you remember the elevator just bursts out of the factory and goes over and it's like a homecoming. They go to, I haven't seen it in a while, but that image came to mind. It's just like a breaking free of all of it, just in one.
Yeah.
And nothing's happening. It's like nothing's happening at the same time. So it can't be explained. It can't be described in words, yet we know from direct experience when we're ready for the miracle, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like he's saying in the worksheet, when I'll help you with the timing and what miracles to perform, and you'll see that they're complete, that they've been accomplished. So what I'm hearing is that we're ready. We're ready for a miracle. But we can still see if there's anything still below the level of awareness that we need to look at, maybe, if that's helpful.
Jesus, is there anything else you would have us see, you'd like us to know about this desire to feel out of place?
I'm feeling that we use any type of distraction we can possibly muster up the minute we have that feeling of being out of place because of the discomfort. Just a sense of being aware of that. How we can very quickly.
Yeah.
Join with me in a moment of light.
Yeah, it's like the more I've been joining, the more I see. Huh?
Oh, I just said the door is always open.
Yeah.
Did you have a thought, Renee?
Oh, we'll see if it comes back.
Feels lighter.
Yeah.
Feels like something to be aware of. With the most gentle awareness. And come to him. The great comforter.
Yeah, I was hearing our function is the welcome mat to infinite. We're just all welcoming each other home.
Does it feel like there's anything else? Or we're about a half hour in.
I feel like there's still release with this, that there's still releasing going on. And it doesn't feel like there's any desire left to hold on to it. Like it's just going to be pure release, but just to keep that, just to stay focused with that, like focus on the light and just stay with it and marinate in the miracle. And then he can just gently comfort us in this resting, in the like hearing resting as light, just resting as light. Feels like maybe going into function.
Oh, well, thank you, mighty companions. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. Jesus's.
Jesus.
Thank you, Silencio.
Yeah.
You made it. Yeah. Hugs to you all.
See you
Thank
too,
you. Okay. Have a blessed day.